too delusional about what they're seeking in women. Because I think in some cases they have. And I'm going to give you some reasons as to why. And I'm going to include Ayesha Curry in this because there was a person that's actually sent me this post, which is in the thumbnail, I'm going to talk about in the stream, of her doing whatever. And basically brought up the idea of maybe men are being too hard on Ayesha Curry. And I'm going to address whether men are being too hard on her or not. All right. Now let's see who's here in the chat. Make sure that you've liked the stream. Don't just be watching, trying to figure out what's going on. Shout out, hold up. Let me shout out the first super chatters. Shout out to Yeet with his super chat, D-Hawk, as well as Antoine. Appreciate that. Let's see who's here. True, Arima, Abby, Sovereign, Christina. Let's see, Abby, Vern 85, Malik, Delani, Latrell, Amani, I'm him, DT, TV 25 Kid, Lena M, Wesley, Guillermo, Chigozi, Latrell, Moneybag, Antoine, Insamatic, Maurice, Notorious, Rory, M. Weezy, T. Malone. Let's see. Curtis, Sydney, Jonte, Absalom, Illadre, George, Dwayne, Jaren, Boss Don. Make sure y'all like the stream too once again. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. Hopefully y'all checked out the video I did about Dwayne Haskins. I'm going to do a second follow-up video to that one, which will be better than that one. Every video I do, it gets better and better. Now, it been some days where I don't do my best work, and then there are days where I do excellent work, okay? Because I know some of you don't like it, but I'm always going to be putting out the hits. Putting out the hits. You know? What's good, Edna? We going to get into it. But yeah, I did a video about Dwayne, and I had one clown talk about it wasn't because of the strip club trip that he got released. Everybody and their cousin know that was the main reason Dwayne Haskins got fired. And to act like it didn't play a role into it is just shows you how stupid some people are. And unfortunately, some of these stupid people follow me. Listen, Notorious Warrior, I'll stay on topic when I feel like it. Matter of fact, get them out my chat. How are you going to come into my chat room and tell me to stay on topic? Get out my chat room. You just here so you can talk and bash this woman. That's the only reason why you're here. Get him out of here. And get him out of here for good. Send him on that long ride. You're going to tell me to stay on topic. How about you get out my chat room? I take the time out of my day to do this live stream. We're going to talk about what I want to talk about first. Okay? Unless you're going to donate, keep your mouth shut or stay out my chat room. How about that? How about that? Because I'll sit here and switch the whole topic up and change the thumbnail too. How about that? Does that make you feel better or worse? I'm sick of you people coming in my chat telling me what to talk about. You can get out. Send them on a long ride. Anybody else, it doesn't matter. Dub TV, you can go too if you want me to stay on topic. Dub TV, you want to go too? You want to go on a long ride too? Okay, well, why don't we send Dub on that ride too? Let's send Dub on that ride too. Let's send him on that ride too. Let's send him on that long ride. Make sure y'all like the stream. Some of you gonna learn today. Some of you gonna learn today. We gonna get to what I want to talk about first. If you just here to talk about Ayesha Curry, go do it on your own page where you can talk about what you want to talk about. We're going to talk about what Jada Black wants to talk about. I got to school you males. I got to school you males. I got that energy today. I got the energy today. I'm about to go back to how I used to do live streams in 2018. When I would sit here for about 30 minutes just going off on people. You know? I remember I used to do live streams, man. I would sit here for about 30 minutes going off. Because I went back and watched. I went back and skimmed through some of my old live streams. And I would just listen to myself going off about 30 minutes. I would just go off about 30 minutes. I need that. I need to go off. I gotta let it go.
How the students going tell the teacher how to teach face with rolling eyes. Wow.
Exactly,
Unbelievable.
said. Appreciate that, said. How you gonna tell me? You here to learn. You here to learn, but you want to tell me what I need to speak about and how I need to get to the topics sooner. This is a live stream. This ain't a video. This is a live stream. Y'all here for the show. Y'all here for the show, ain't it? So we gonna have a show. That's what we gonna have. We gonna have a show. This ain't a video. This is a show. This is a live stream. What's good, Bella Michelle? See you.
Since the day Ayesha Curry said she needed other men's attention, Steph has been having problems both on and off the court, bro.
Appreciate that, Ricky E. Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that.
You're canceling them like Nino Brown.
Oh, definitely canceling like Nino Brown. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I know there are a lot of times I do these live streams, I get to it, but sometimes you just got to, set people straight and put them in their place. You got to do that every once in a while, because I think some people be forgetting. They come on here and they think this is a community channel. No, this is the Jada Black community channel. Okay, my name is on it, so therefore I make the rules. I say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and if you don't like it, you ain't gotta be here. I think some of you take my calm demeanor for weakness, and you must not understand. This is how I used to start off my streams, by going off on people who make it easy for me to go off on them. You make it easy. Like, come on. And probably didn't even like the stream. Want to get to the topic, but they ain't even like the stream yet. Shout out to everybody that's here. This stream is about Ayesha Curry. And we're going to talk about her and our people, or especially are men too hard on her? Because there are women that will defend her, but are men being too hard on her? I was thinking about this. Hold on a second. Let's see. I was thinking about this today, right? I was thinking about how you have guys who are delusional in what they seek in women. I remember I would do videos, right? I may have a female in the thumbnail, or I may say, hey, this woman is attractive. Again, everybody's scale of attractiveness is different probably. Then you got guys that will immediately say, well, she's average. She's ugly. She's too fat. Knowing full well they would never be able to pull her. They wouldn't. I don't care how much game they talk on YouTube. They would never be able to pull those women. If they were around those women, they would be quiet and they would be docile. They probably will be trembling, nervous. But on social media, you got these guys that will act like they can pull all these different women, when even the women know these guys are lying. Even women know those dudes are lying. Make sure y'all like the stream. I see you, random woman. And I don't really address it because I know these guys are full of it. But I do think that social media has made not only women delusional, it has made men delusional too. It's made them believe they can go and get these women. Just because these women are for the streets, don't mean these women are for you. It don't mean that you can get those women. Again, I got to give y'all a dose of reality. That don't mean that you can get those women. Those women are for the street, but not for your street. I mean, you're not on that same street, okay? You're on a different street. You're not on that same street, so she can't be for you. She's on the other street, and them other dudes are dealing with her, but you're not on that same street, and you probably never will. All right? Now, I do think that when it comes to Ayesha Curry, I have no gripes about her. She seems like a good mother. I'm guessing a good wife, according to Steph. According to Steph, she's not a bad wife, so I have to go on his word. But she seems to be somebody who wants to be like other women. I think that's her flaw. She sees what these other women are doing, and she said, hey, why don't I do that? Which, again, just shows you the power of social media, the power of women believing that getting the likes and the comments that they get, they feel like it's worth it. They feel like it's worth it. And maybe it is. Maybe Steph has told her that, you know what, maybe you should be more active, which I doubt. But he's co-signing it because he knows that's going to make her happy. Because, again, she mentioned how Steph has his groupies. He has women who want to give attention towards him, but she doesn't get the same thing. And she's not going to get that from being a good cook and chef. I mean, I don't know if she still had it, but didn't she have like a show where she was being like a chef, right? Well, she sees that Instagram is a way for her to be able to get the male attention that she ain't getting from the cooking channel. And I think that is, how a lot of married women, especially who are married maybe to pro athletes or to men who are just successful, that is their way of finding a lane for themselves, for attention.
Ayesha Curry entanglement coming soon. #simp nauseated face.
Thanks, Shy. Appreciate it. Now, I want y'all to understand something. We as men, we really have to live in reality more so than I think women do, because there are women bragging about making millions of dollars off OnlyFans, which, again, that is your decision to go ahead and, give these women your money. But the only reason why these women are able to get that money is because these guys really think that they're going to gain something out of paying these women just to see their photos and videos that were probably in their phone for months and years. Okay. And you're just seeing it now. So obviously there's a market for males to fund the lifestyles of women due to social media, due to a fantasy, due to them thinking that they're validating themselves. Maybe they're getting shout outs from these women. Maybe they feel good about themselves. They can message these women directly and say, hey, I just donated you some money. Hey, Can I get a shout out? Can you post a video thanking me? You know? And I think a lot of the things that we as men, we ain't living in reality. Not all of us, but there's just some of these guys, man. They think that if they do a little bit more, she's gonna notice. You know? And that's just not how it works. But I'm seeing where there's a woman, she's bragging about making $1 million a month off of OnlyFans. In 2020, that should never happen. Now, again, they could be lying. They could be lying, right? It could be lying. But they should never be in that situation to say that, especially in 2020. It's easy to watch adult entertainment on social media that you ain't even got to pay for. But it's about the validation of saying, hey, look, giving these women these money and expecting them to respond or to say something to them, right? Some of these guys may think they're building a friendship with these women. I'm telling you, that's what goes on. Let's look at what I told y'all about the guys that be talking about women being average, women being too fat. Let me tell y'all something, man. If any one of these chicks, let's say, who I put up? Let's say one of these body positive models, they're not fat, they're just more on the big curvy side, I would say. Now, I have guys that will say, no, not even that big. You will have women that are, I would say, who look like Amber Rose. Just a little bit, with a little weight on her. Just a little bit. They would say, oh, she's too fat, I'll never date her. Bruh, if that woman was standing in front of you, you'd be shivering and shaking and stuttering and trying to find the words to say something to her. We know those things happen. So the delusion is running rampant. I'm seeing it firsthand. All these guys got all this game, but y'all run into dating coaches. Why y'all think dating coaches are cleaning up right now? It's because a lot of you guys really don't understand the nature of women to the point to where you don't need a lot of game. You just have to find the inner confidence in yourself. That's where it comes from. You know, women can see right through BS. This is why you got guys that literally are broke. They're broke with a capital B, but they're still able to pull women. You know why? Because that guy literally has nothing to lose, and all he has in the world is his confidence. And that helps keep these guys from being homeless. It helps keep these guys from being from getting with women. It keeps them getting with women. And that's why you have women who end up with those type of guys, because they display a level of confidence that other guys who may have more than those guys have. That's what's going on out here. So when I see these guys get on social media talking about she's average, she's ugly, I would never date her, she's too fat. Bro, if that woman was right there in front of you, you would not know how to talk to her. You would not know how to talk to her. The only thing that separates you from being able to get one of these chicks is just confidence. That's it. Just being comfortable around women, period. You know? Those are the only things that's keeping you from getting the women that you want. But again, you can't get every woman you want. Listen, we all have certain limitations. Some have more than others. I'm not going to say I can get every woman in the world, but I can do just enough maybe to get the women that I like, right? But a woman who has 1 million followers on Instagram, if I'm chasing after her 9 times out of 10, that situation ain't gonna work. But there are guys who really believe that they can win those battles. Those battles are usually fought outside of social media most times, unless you're one of these goofy rappers. Okay, you one of these goofy rappers that is 24 years old, and the woman is about 6 years older than you, and she wants to date you and settle down with you. Then that's different. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you Playboy Cardi, you might have better luck if you Playboy Cardi. You know? But, you know, like with Ayesha Curry, She is in a situation where she wants to have male fans of her beauty, so to speak. She wants guys to see her the same way those guys see other women. And it's very evident in the things that she does. More subtle now, but it's only going to manifest and grow, you know?
Ayesha wants the world to know she a bad bitch too. She can cook though, lol.
Right. She do, Marcus. And she know that cooking ain't gonna get her there, but twerking will.
Maybe it's me, but Ayesha Curry looks a little weird looking.
Appreciate that, Endgame. So, again, I want people to understand that women like Ayesha Curry, she wants male fans. If she had it her way, she would start her OnlyFans because she wants to have male fans like Steph Curry has female fans in her mind. Even though Steph is a basketball player, is going to have more male fans of his basketball game. But in terms of looks wise, she feels like that's the only way she can grow. She wants guys to be chasing her hard. You know, she wants guys to not be afraid, not to feel intimidated by her image. She wants to destroy that image of who she was and build this new image of a female that can have fun, that you would like to be around, and you don't have to sort of walk on eggshells. You know, she don't want you guys to feel like you have to walk on eggshells to be around her. She wants you to know she can have fun too.
Approach with your head down and tell her how beautiful she is.
Right, Donna. Yeah, that's
loudly crying, loudly crying.
Exactly. These dudes be approaching with their head down, afraid to say the wrong thing, but then want to come on social media and act like they get all these beautiful women. And we know that's all cap. But Ayesha wants guys to know that she can have fun, she can cut loose. She's not a stick in the mud, because a couple years ago, guys would have thought that, right? So they wouldn't have approached her with that type of energy. See, she's getting energy from guys that are like Steph, that are more of the, toned down, more of the nice guy. She don't want that type of energy from guys. She want the energy from guys that are about basically smashing and dashing. She want that F-boy energy. That's what she wants. She's not gonna say it, but that's generally what she wants. And that's the type of energy she wants around her. And all I have to say is be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. You just might get that F-boy energy to the point to where you end up leaving the situation you have for something worse.
Ayesha Curry looks awkward and unusually strange and trying to twerk and show out for her man and other male scene watchers.
Thanks, Abby. Yeah, I mean, she's awkward. She's very awkward. She does seem awkward. And I think that's just who she is. She wants to break out of that. But what she has to understand is, once men see you a certain way and then you try to change that, you're going to bring in that energy. And you don't want to bring in that type of energy. Ask these other women who've been in those situations.
The thing with Ayesha is men got smarter out here. We ain't trying to be on a Me Too poster.
Thanks, D-Hawk. Appreciate that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go. I think I might have angered some people with this topic. I don't give a shit. Listen, if I'm gonna have conversations with these women, and I'm going to tell these women about themselves, some of you males need to hear the truth too. And I know you're not gonna like it, but if you don't want to hear the truth, then don't be here. Don't come to my chat room crying, waving your purse around like you don't like what's going on. in here waving your purse like you don't like the topic. Well, too bad. Too bad. Stop capping on social media like you can get all these women and you know you can't. You know, your whole dating history is full of extra average women. We talking 4s, 5s, 6, some 3.5s. On social media acting like you getting all these different women. We know that's a lie. You know that's a lie.
She played the good woman role well until now.
Yeah, AJ. And I think she's tired of that image. She wants that F-boy energy. And all I got to say is be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You know? Ayesha didn't do anything. Hold on. Let me put up the post. Let me actually put up the post that was sent to me, if I can find it.
These Simps Warrior fans are her tears of joy.
Appreciate that. This is the post she put up on Instagram.
Ayesha behavior will affect Riley Curry in future.
And again, I have no issue with her. Like, with none whatsoever. But I just have a feeling that she wants that type of energy from men that I'm telling you she really doesn't want. She really doesn't want that energy. And again, I have nothing against Ayesha whatsoever. I think Ayesha's she seemed like a cool, nice person. I just want her and other nice females, you know, women who never had to use their body to get ahead in life, to understand you don't have to do what these other women are doing. These women do what they have to do for survival. You don't have to do what you are doing. Okay, hold on. Shout out to D Presley with the 5 on the Cash App. Good live stream, better than TV. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that's watching me instead of TV. Salute to y'all. Listen, all you women who, you know, you go to school, you go to work, you live life the right way. You don't have to use your body to get ahead in life. That's the problem. You being programmed to use your body first and your mind second. And then we wonder why we have over 70%, especially in the melanated community, of women that are single. Is because they are going about things the wrong way. They're going about things the wrong way. All right? So this stream is about basically are men being too hard on her. I don't think I've ever really been too hard on Ayesha. Whenever I've spoken about Ayesha, it's been a reason. Like, some people will go at Ayesha just to go at her. You know, I'm not one of those people. I don't make content about somebody just to make content about them. This is why I switch my topics up as much as I do. I don't like to dwell on the same people over and over. I think that's very counterproductive. You know? Now, again, I'm not one of these people to go on social media trying to find a mate like other people are. You have to be more honest with yourself, because you're going to be deluded to the point of craziness. And I think that's where people are. But again, some people ain't going to like what I have to say. And that's fine. I want you to feel some type of way. I want you to feel angry and frustrated. Like, why, Jay? Why? Why are you holding this mirror up to our faces? Why are you making me feel like the sucker I am? Because you are a sucker. You need to work on yourself. That's what you need to do. You need to work on yourself, you know? Because I'm telling you right now, these women can see right through you. That's why they end up, let's say you get into a relationship and she immediately starts with the disrespect, right? It's because she woke up faster than you thought she would. Because you probably ran a little game on her. You were able to get her on your program, but if you don't show that type of energy consistently, she's gonna see right through it. And I want you to avoid those pitfalls and be more realistic in the type of women you're dealing with. We can't just deal with people on the superficial, how they look. We gotta get in the minds of people. Or we just can be single and not deal with anybody, period. You can do that. You know? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Put the phone line out there, let y'all call in. Be respectful. Don't stay on the line all day. And if you call in with some disrespect, I will make you part of the show. And when I say a woman using her mind, I mean using her mind in productive ways of being in the right frame of mind and putting out the right energy. Because there are too many women complaining about how no one likes them because of their skin tone or their features or because their waistline is a little too big. You know, it's just, there might be some delusion there. Yo, what's going on? Hold on. Yeah, say it again. Hold on, let me make sure that the audio is working. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, I just want to say something in regards to the topic tonight.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I think, I think that Mrs. Curry really needs to, just kind of focus on her inner self and, just feel good about herself because, you don't, really have to do that much.
Right.
Stuff life, you already won. You don't have to keep trying, with all this foolery going on. Mm-hmm. And second of all, I just want to address the people in the comments that are saying that she's making a play for Clay. First of all, I've already made a play for Clay.
Man, come on, man. Listen. Let me just tell you. If she's going for anybody, it's going to be the opposite of Steph. So, no. It's going to be the opposite of Steph. I can guarantee
it. Better be. It better be. Because I already got in those DMs. At first you don't succeed, try again.
Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. All right, then. Reset the call, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh, man. Oh, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Stop complaining about the moderators. What's wrong with you guys? Yeah, that was Beth. Shout out to Beth. Why y'all be complaining and mad? Like, come on, man. Y'all find something. And you're supposed to be men. Anyway. Yo, you're live. What's going on?
Yeah, what up, Jay? I just want to speak on a topic.
All
right. No, you brought up some good points, though, with men being delusional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's all about optics. But, personally, bro, most of the females I've dated, just been by interacting in real life. I think we get caught up in social media too much. And it will drive dudes crazy. So I think we gotta be more realistic, and we gotta be able to socialize and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And on the Ayesha Curry, because women they just people, bro. I think we just gotta talk. You just gotta start with a conversation. We're all humans. We're people. Conversation real producing. But on the Ayesha Curry situation, I really don't care. But I've been noticing, and this is the reason why I don't watch a lot of dudes from the manosphere besides you and probably two other people, because everything that women do, they want to hop on it. And I'm really not about that because it becomes like weirdo tendencies, and I'm just not with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, now the only thing I will say is, you know, when you're a wife, you gotta move differently. Like when you have that title that a lot of women can never, most women can't even achieve. You know what I'm saying? So like, cherish it. But all this stuff in the manosphere with dudes, every time a woman do something petty, they want to come and like they gotta stop that shit, bro. Because it's really not that serious. The manosphere is really about men bettering their lives and being free. When it like, I'm not trying to nitpick at everything that women do. It's corny.
Yeah, well, that's why again, you have to bring counterbalance to certain things. You see, I call out everyone equally. You know, I just feel like you have to be able to present people with a little bit of what's going on both ends, because if you don't, then you sort of kind of lose yourself and what you represent. You know what I'm saying? And how you feel about a certain situation, because a lot of times I don't know what other people do, but I know it for me. I want to keep it balanced because I'm gonna piss off both sides anyway. So I might as well just stay going steady, you know.
Hey, you pissing off these males too, man.
They stay pissed off, man. But then they say I'm a woman basher. You know, they say I'm a woman basher, but you got more dudes getting upset.
Man, it's crazy people on both sides. You got the men waving their purses, and then you got the women waving theirs. Crazy, but all right, bro. Shout out to the chat, bro. Everybody, stay up. I'm gonna go back and watch the show. Love it.
All right, and Weezy, appreciate the call, man.
No problem.
All right, shout out to M Weezy. Thanks, Yeet or B Yeet. I appreciate that super chat. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Jay the Black, man, it's me, Devon. You know, calling straight out of California, the Bay Area.
Okay, shout out to the Bay Area.
Yeah, it's been a while since since we linked up over YouTube Live. You know, last time we talked, I believe we talked about the whole Tiffany Haddish and her whole situation. But when it comes to what I think about Ayesha Curry, man, I feel like, you know, and you know, for the most part, you know, Ayesha Curry, like you said before, like on the live, she's done a pretty good job of making herself seem like the good old fashioned wife, and things like that. You know, she's I believe she opened up her own little cooking business out here in the Bay Area and things like that. But I think as far as like how she presents herself on social media, it just seems like she still wants to receive that same attention that Meg Thee Stallion is getting, Cardi B, all, you know, those type of girls. And I'm just like, that's just not possible. You can't. Because you're just because of the reputation that you built for yourself. You're married. You're out the streets. You know. So why make it seem like you're possibly 1 foot in and 1 foot out?
Right. And I'm saying, like, why would you want that type of energy? You know. You should want the type of energy you've been having. You know, screw what other people are saying. But I think that sometimes you got women that have that internal battle of what they want to be than what they should be. You know.
Right. Yeah. I just hope that, you know, she can get refocused. You know, moving forward in 2021, and just remember that at the end of the day, she has a family to maintain, or she could have or she could have a family to, you know, potentially pull apart with, you know, these attention-seeking type of behaviors. So yeah, I feel like that's all in short. That's kind of my whole analysis of, you know, what I look at when I see Ayesha Curry.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate that, and thanks for the call in. All right.
All right, man. You have a successful show, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, man. Shout out to him to call in. Yeah, y'all gotta understand. Trying to be Meg Thee Stallion is gonna bring you the wrong type of attention. You know, you should want the attention of guys that even if it didn't work out with Steph, you can attract another Steph Curry if that's what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all continue to like the stream, huh? Yeah, definitely like the stream. Ayesha can't. I never said she couldn't do what she wants. That's why you have to look at the title of the stream, Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, you gotta look at the title of the stream, Miss Johnson. Thank Nick, appreciate that. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Nothing much, man. What's going on?
Just had a quick question, man. I just wanted to know, do you think that nowadays social media is necessary to date, to be on the dating scene or not?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it is if you know what you're looking for. If you're just out just looking to screw women and you want to utilize it for that, you might want to be upfront with that because they might be expecting one thing and you trying to do something else. But I think in some cases it can. There are people who said they met off social media. They've been together for years. So, I mean, it can work. But then other times it goes wayward and it doesn't work. And it's usually because that person gets bored or they're just looking to smash. They're just looking for something casual. It just depends on what you're looking for. I personally, I don't think people should look first to social media. You still can interact with people outside of it. I think that would be the way it's always been, and it still can work, but it just depends on what people's minds is at. People's mind is on social media. It's not really in real life. Like, people are like walking zombies now,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's all I had, man. I appreciate you taking my call.
No problem, man. Thanks for the call in, all right?
All right. Yeah.
Peace, man. Alfred Kingdom, what's up, bro? See you in the chat. Have y'all enjoyed the stream so far or not? Lines is open. Yeah. And tell me what you think. One of the purse tossing Negroes that have something to say in the chat. Y'all wanna? One or two of y'all want to call in and say something to me? I know you're not, but I mean, do you? You know what, Lena? You might be right. You know what, Lena? You might be right. Because a lot of these, they have no social skills whatsoever, man. None. You see them in person, they looking around, looking at the ground, looking up top. They can't even look people in the eye anymore, man. Shout out to Nubian Warrior Goddess for becoming a chat family member. All right. Yo, you live. What's going on? Hello?
What number? It's me, 321?
You are live. What's going on, man?
Oh, true. Okay. No, I was just wondering, man. I'm listening in.
Mm-hmm.
Did Steph Curry say anything about this?
About what?
About the picture and all.
No. It was a picture that she put up. It was sent to me. People want to know what I thought about it. And I went live on it. Just to let them know that really, to me, it's no big deal. But I just wanted to know, were we as men being too hard on her, Ayesha Curry? That was the main antithesis of the stream.
But why are you saying to you it's no big deal? If that was your wife, are you also saying it would be no big deal?
I'm saying no big deal because it's not my wife.
Oh, okay. But
yeah, it's not my wife.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. All right. That's all, man. I feel bad for Steph, man. Like, if this guy can't, it's just like, who's out here? So that's the question. But that's all, man. That's all I want to say.
All right, man. Cool. Appreciate the call, man. All right. I guess he needed some clarity. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, you live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, what up, Jay?
Nothing much, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. It's kind of lagging on the thing, but I hear the brother who already kind of talking, man. He kind of sounded like a simp a little bit. Not to knock the brother, I'm just saying, because it seemed like he wanted to kind of argue with you or whatever. But whatever.
Talking about the caller just now? Caller just now?
Yeah, bit, bro. Yeah, bit, bro.
Yeah,
hey, man, I love what you're doing, man. I love the conversation, your content, bro. And a lot of people don't understand that we in the last days.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you talk with a lot of spiritual undertones, but you try to be smart and use wisdom when you're talking to the masses. I get it, bro, like Paul had to do, you feel me?
Hey,
so
man.
It's meant for who it's meant for, you feel me? I just want to esteem my brother, you feel me? Great. You know, we're supposed to esteem one another, you feel me? So,
yeah. But
I just wanted to mention, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, but the Bible, God and our forefathers before us already told us these things. It says that a woman is a deep ditch, bruh. What does that mean? A deep ditch is something that you can't get out of. So the thing is, Ayesha is caught up in the whole, everybody's talking about, oh, what did Curry say? But people got to understand what Curry is caught up in Hollywood. So he don't care what she actually doing because it's part of what they do out there. A lot of people don't even know that they legalized the pedophilia out there in California.
Yep, they are. They're trying to make it simpler to get with your young daughters out there in Cali.
Yep. And hold on, not just your daughters, but your sons.
Yep,
because
sons
remember,
too. Yep.
a lot of these, yes, sir. A lot of these rituals, they involve the young boy. Like if you look up, it's called, I know I ain't trying to take up a lot of time, bro. It's called magisterial privileges. The Pope, every Pope, has to sodomize or molest a child, then they sacrifice the child and drink the blood. That's why in the scripture it says life is in the blood, and they feel that they transfer energy.
Yeah,
bruh, I can have a hella good conversation with you, man. All I'm saying is that it's a lot of things that go on in the world that our people ain't aware of, but our people got to understand it. Why is it going so far left? Isn't that an expression in the world? Man, don't go left, meaning go bad, right? So you got to understand, Christ sits on the right-hand side, Lucifer sits on the left-hand side, and he gives the appearance of light or the appearance of being right, but he's not. You feel what I mean?
Yeah.
So just with that being said, man, great topic that you got going on and everything. And Ayesha is only part of what's going on. She's probably a liberal-minded woman anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she's liberal-minded and everything. And Steph need to go ahead and start trying. If he was smart, he'll go ahead and start protecting himself right now because she's gonna divorce him.
It's something that is definitely good pros, man. But no problem, man. I appreciate you calling in your words. All right, bro.
Man, no doubt, man. Show the brother love, man. All right, Jay, be safe, bro.
All right, you too, man. Peace, man.
Peace.
All right, shout out to the caller. Appreciate that, Alpha Kingdom. They not going to, man. Maybe they will. I don't know. You know, y'all heard a caller from a couple of shows back. You know, these guys they get emotional, and they you know what's funny? I'm a lot of things, right? I go by many names, but one thing they can't say is I'm a liar and a backtracker. Yo, you're lying. You're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Man, I'm just here to get this off my chest.
Okay.
It is ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous how men don't understand. Like, the proof is everywhere. Like, people like Jeff Bezos, Dr. Dre, etc. They're getting dragged through the family divorce courts. And
but Jeff Bezos knew that he regained his wealth back because Amazon has been growing fast for at least 5-10 years. So in a way, he just paid her off.
That is true. He did keep it pimping like that. But Steph Curry, the fact that Ayesha had the gall to say what she said on Red Table Talk, like in front of the cameras, in front of everybody, talking about, oh, I wanted attention from other men. That should have been the cue right there. I really hope Steph Curry is prepared, because I have no sympathy for men getting married anymore. Like, you should know. The information is out there. It's crazy.
Yeah. And again, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm good. You can go.
No, I was gonna say, like, he's kind of stuck, because again, men ain't gonna file no divorce. You be the women. The guy just sort of sits back like, hey, I ain't leaving. If you want to divorce me, you can go, because they already know what's gonna happen. Once that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Right. This is perfect proof that women do not know how to be wives anymore. They don't. They don't know how to carry themselves in a certain way in the eyes of God, because that's what marriage is supposed to be, in front of God. And the fact that there's 50% of divorces, and around 70, I think, 70% of all divorces are initiated by
women. Yeah.
This is a perfect. I'm glad that you're getting the message out there. There's no benefit. Just focus on yourself.
Right. Absolutely, bro. All right. Well,
man, keep it up.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for the call in, man. Appreciate it. All right.
No problem.
All right. Oh, my bad. Appreciate the call, man. This Mo guy is hurt. Hey, listen, Mo, why are you in my chat if you really don't like what's being said? There are a group of you dudes that are very delusional about women. You absolutely are. You claim you could get these women. You call them average and fat, but you know damn well you could never pull certain women. I don't care if they're for the streets or not. And I'm going to say it again. They are not for your street. You will never be able to get with them. Now, therefore, the street, they're on another street for other dudes, but they damn sure ain't for you. So, Mo, no, the title ain't BS. There are a segment of you guys that are super delusional, and you know it. You know you're delusional. So you can talk about it being BS all you want to. You're in your feels because you know it's true. If women were to say, men are delusional, I'm not about to get in my feelings and emotional about it. It's your opinion. But you're saying it because you know it's true. Mo know it's true. He knows he's delusional about these women. He can't get none of these women. I don't care if they for the streets, they for the neighborhood. He can't get them. Those women are not for your street, all right? Mo, you ain't even allowed on that street, all right? You ain't allowed on that street. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but I'm having fun with this live stream tonight. I'm having fun with it. That's what a live stream is for, to have fun with y'all and to clown a few people, which is very easy to do. It's very easy to clown y'all because y'all get so emotional. I just use your own words against you. Shout out to everybody that's here. Let's see. All right. Anybody else want to call in and speak on this topic? That you got guys like this Mo guy who are extremely delusional about modern females. He think that if he approach her with some quote unquote game that they just gonna fall into his hands. That may not work for you. That may not work for you, sir. I'm sorry to tell you. I think you're a little delusional, sir. Shout out to Alpha Kingdom again, appreciate it. Yo, you're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Yo, Jay, I want to add on to what you about my man Mo, bro. You should put it. I think you should ask him if I'm pretty sure the brother was raised by a single mother, man.
I think he was.
Yeah, and he ain't had no male influences around him. he weak minded, and it's not to down the brother. It's just to say that he ain't his mental fortitude ain't there.
Right.
You need to grab his nut. Yeah, grab your nut.
Exactly.
And understand that the women out here ain't for you, bro.
Exactly.
And then, like you said, bro, you ain't have to flame them up like that, bro. You can't get on that street.
Ain't allowed on that street. Come on that street.
You wildin' on
out
them,
of there.
You know, hey man, you torched that dude just now, bro.
And they be coming
but
out
right,
talking
man,
crazy,
I just wanted to call back in and say that, bro.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. Second, all right, appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
All right,
yeah,
man.
Bro.
All right. Y'all just be coming here talking crazy. Y'all know who y'all talking crazy to?
Raise fist, medium, dark skin tone, full score, firebomb, pill, red circle.
Appreciate that, Antoine. Shout out to you. All right. Listen, I have nothing bad to say about Ayesha Curry. Let's piss these dudes off some more. I have nothing bad to say about Ayesha. I think she's a respectable person. How about that? Does that make you upset? Does that make you upset? Oh, man. Listen, man. Listen. Let's hope they don't break up with divorce, because we all know if they do get divorced, she's probably going to be the one leaving, because he ain't leaving. Unless he just in a situation where she just extremely just messes up. You know what I'm saying? But again, this show is basically in regards to guys being of delusional mind and how they deal with women, Yo, what's going on?
Hey, thank you for picking up my call.
No problem.
I just gotta say that you're welcome. I just gotta say that this topic you're talking about tonight, it is so much needed, because as a woman who follows the Bible myself, seeing Ayesha Curry, this is so hypocritical coming from a woman who claims to follow the Bible and is about family, and she's doing all these whole antics. It's a slap in the face to the Lord, to be honest. Like, he's not happy with this, and the fact that she's putting on this front, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. She got to pick She got to pick a master.
Right.
And figure out which one she gonna serve. And that's just my 2 cents. Thank you so much. This content is needed, and don't worry about the haters.
Oh, of course not. I just clown them. But thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, I just clown the haters. It's easy to do. It's easy to do, man. Let's see. Oh man, somebody sent me some shit on Facebook. I tell her why you sent me this. Oh man, yeah, man. Listen, I hope for the best for Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry, their situation, because they got a family, they got children, and I want to see families stay together, not break apart, But being in Hollywood and being famous, it could be a recipe for a disaster. It could work out, but it could not. But I look at, LeBron James' wife came out and she went off on these fake reports about her teen son trying to date Larsa Pippen. How many of y'all heard about that? I have never heard Savannah Brinson out here trying to get the same attention of a Meg Thee Stallion, talking about how LeBron has fans, she wants fans. I've always respected how she conducted herself as a woman, as a married woman, as a family woman. But this is one of the first times she ever spoke out against something, and the person she was speaking out against is a guy who is a LeBron James stan. The blogger she was speaking about, that made the whole thing funny. You got these black SJWs, these LeBron James stans. They kiss LeBron's ass, and then they post one thing where they're being very inaccurate, especially by the son, and they get completely flambéed, which was hilarious. And then you got Larsa Pippen talking about she's gonna sue, and then you had Montana, y'all, the wife of the dude that Larsa Pippen took from her. she went off on Larsa Pippen, basically calling her a home wrecker. Like, the weekend was full of hilarity. I even retweeted Montana. But you never hear about Savannah talking about how she wants male fans and all this and that. There are women who are content with who they are and what they have in their life. And unfortunately, it just seems like at times Ayesha isn't in that mind frame. But that doesn't mean I dislike her. I want bad for her. I actually want good for Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry. You know? But what happened this weekend was crazy, man. LeBron James talking about, y'all done pissed off my wife. LeBron being a cheerleader on this. Like, it's just a lot going on out here. But again, the whole reason of me saying this was you got the Savannah Brinsons of the world, and then you got the Larsa Pippens of the world, or even the Ayesha Curry. I think Ayesha is she should want to be more Savannah than Larsa, because if Larsa's life is any indication, this is a woman who get into her 40s and she's having a midlife crisis, and she wants to bang every young basketball player she can, and then want to threaten to sue people because she's getting caught out here home wrecking. And also this too. One thing you're not going to see me doing is speaking on the dating lives of minors, of teenagers. You will not see me doing that. And a lot of you adults need to stop talking about who teenagers are dating. Because what's funny is that a lot of the women who were upset about who Bronny James was dating, that he possibly could be dating a white girl, were the same ones, getting on Savannah Brinson's side when she was going off on people talking about her son trying to DM a grown woman. That's what's fun to me. Y'all went from being messy and getting on Bronny's case to all of a sudden, cheerleading behind Savannah Brinson like LeBron was. LeBron was in full cheerleader mode this weekend. So it's just a lot of crazy things going on in the world. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Salute to everybody. I just, again, for the umpteenth time, be realistic, but that doesn't mean that you should settle. I'm not saying that, men should settle. What I want men to do is be more realistic about what's going on in the world, because the more realistic we are, the happier we're going to be. And that don't mean that we have to settle. We just have to know where we are out here. Where are we? Who are we? Understanding where we are in life and how we're going to get there. The happiness that we can have. If you're new to this channel, make sure that y'all like the stream too. I'd appreciate that. And also like the stream and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell. I'm gonna put the phone lines in the chat. Well, moderators, put the phone lines in the chat. The lines are still open. I guess people just want to listen in. You can tell when the stream is good. People just want to listen in. They want to listen and make a comment here and there. But more than likely, they probably just listening. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Listen. Ayesha Curry did nothing. Ayesha Curry is innocent. No, but again, I'm speaking about her because someone asked me a question about Ayesha. This is my response in live stream form. Shout out to Ed Neese. I appreciate it. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Jay? John from New York here.
What's good, John?
Well, this topic you deal with about Ayesha.
My late VJ Hart.
I would say this, Jay. Like this modern marriage, like they're married, like I guess it's not easy for Steph, to come out and defend his wife every time, she does something on social media. He has to come and defend her. It's I guess he has a lot on his mind, and then like he has to come out and defend. I guess marriage is not easy, in my opinion.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
That's probably like the most difficult things you could do in your life is get married.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I guess, in my opinion, this day and age today, men just don't want to get married because look what these couples have to go through. And then, you got this law certificate, thinking she's 24 back, but she's like 40 something?
Right.
50 something. I don't know how old.
I think she's like 46. I think she's like 46 now.
And this dude, Scotty, took her back in the house after she threw all of that disrespect to him, took her back in. And I'm looking at it make me think twice about marriage. Do I really want to go through all of this? Really? That's what I like about you, because you give us second thoughts about these type of situations.
Well, yeah, it should definitely be about self-reflection, how you feel about where you are now,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you get these wives of the basketball players like her, disrespecting their husband, and then you still take her back after she do all of that. Well, I got no respect for him, to be honest. So.
Okay, John.
And then also, and then you got these women, they waking up a little bit. I see some women, they waking up a little bit, but it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot. But if they tell the other women, the same thing we saying, maybe things would be a little bit more easier in these couples and these relationships. That's what I think. That's all I got to say, though.
Okay. All right, John. Well, thanks for the call, man.
No problem.
All right. Shout out to John with the call in. Hold on. Let me put this. This is my Parler, y'all. So make sure y'all go and follow me on Parler if you have one. This is a Twitter page. Go follow me over there too. All right, while y'all got the chance, if y'all have those, I know y'all have those accounts. Y'all ain't gonna tell me because y'all probably on here, doing the most. Well, what I want to show you. Where is it? Okay. Also, I want to show y'all something else. If I can. Where is it? Well, maybe never mind. But yeah, man, go support me over there on Twitter. The link, everything is pinned up there, as you can see. But yeah, man, this it's a good live stream, man. Hey, listen, Mr. Tech, I see you. Like the stream, of course. Follow me on social media so y'all can get notified, because people are having issues getting notified. There are people telling me that they haven't seen videos or live streams in like a week. And I'm like, you haven't seen live streams in like a week? I did a few in the last week. In the last week, I know I did a few. But listen, I have nothing against Ayesha Curry or Steph. As a matter of fact, I want them to be able to work out. I want them to be able to prove people wrong about their marriage. But I just want her to understand you don't have to be like these other women. Meg Thee Stallion is getting rewarded for pushing a message to women that they have to do the absolute most in order to get attention from men. That is not true. What's good, Wanda? I see you. That is not true. Mitzi say, I follow on everything. Cool. I want people to understand you don't. And it's to the young women out here, because there are women out here that a lot of y'all are too far gone now. A lot of these young ladies, again, you don't have to go get that surgery. Okay? Stop trying to get a baby by one of these dysfunctional rappers. And let me go back, because I was actually going to speak about the Iggy Azalea situation. Let me go back to that situation. You know, when you have a 30-year-old woman talking about how she wanted to settle down with a 24-year-old rapper who likes playing video games, talking about how they had a planned pregnancy, it just shows me that you view a good man as a rapper with money. That's a good man to you? And the only reason why he agreed to have a kid with you was because he wanted to have sex with you. Okay? As much as possible. That's why he agreed to it. But looking at this situation, it looks to me, because she's saying the dude, instead of him being with her when she conceived, he was somewhere else playing video games with Lil Uzi. And I'm saying to myself, that's because he never wanted a kid with you. He only agreed to it because he wanted to have sex with you. That's that manipulation. You know, you want to make it seem like he planned this. Come on, man. Listen, does Playboy Cardi look like a planner of anything? Does he look like a planner of anything? Speaking of delusion, you're a 30-year-old woman whose rap career is over, and you were looking to hitch your wagon to one of these guys. She even posted text messages of her talking about how grateful she was to meet him, to get chose by him. What does that tell you? This dude, listen, this dude is 6 years younger than her. And she's literally having in text messages that she is so thankful that she was chosen by him. A dude that is 6 years younger than her. Yeah, dude was playing PS5. Shout out to Mr. Wright. And you plan to have a kid with a guy that is 24 years old. How, Sway? How does this happen?
Salute.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Mr. Wright. How do you hitch your wagon to a guy who rather play video games than be around you? And then she, you know, y'all want to talk about pick Mishas. There's no bigger pick Misha, according to the post that she put up, than Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea basically showed her pick Misha mentality. Or pick Mika, whoever you want to call her. She said that she was so basically thankful that he chose her. Like, what? Like, what? When I saw those messages, I just sat there and I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, wow. That explains the whole situation of why you're going so hard at this other woman. He did choose the side chick over you. And that's why you're upset. You thought that because you were in high demand in your mind that he would want to be with you and be grateful to be with you, even though in text message you're talking about how grateful you are to be with him, which is probably after he done got the box, right? He done got the box, so she already, you know, basically trying to reel him back in, so to speak. But what really set her off was the fact that he chose the side chick. Yes, the side chick he kicked out the house. He chose the side chick over her, over Iggy, the failed female rapper. Right? I just want to speak about that. That's why I put this picture up, because I want y'all to know exactly what I'm talking about. But y'all want to talk about who's a Pig Misha and who's ain't. Well, Pig Misha's come in all races. All races. We got all races of Pig Mishas out here, man. We got white Pig Mishas. We got black Pig Mishas. We got some Asians, definitely some Hispanic Pig Mishas. We got Pig Mishas all over the place. We got Pig Mishas everywhere. No matter what the race is, there are Pig Mishas everywhere. I'm pretty sure if I was to ask some Caucasian guys, you got some pygmies in your group, they'd be like, well, yeah, we definitely do. And y'all know what's funny? I did a video. Y'all know who DeAndre Hopkins is, right? I did a video about a year ago. And I talked about how she tried to date DeAndre Hopkins, the wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, right? She tried to claim him, and he ended up dumping her. He stopped dealing with her when she tried to go public with him. This was before she met Playboy Cardi. And he was like, nah, I'm good. So she went to plan B, which was Playboy Cardi. And by the way, they were trying to thumbs the video down. I don't know if Iggy Azalea has bots, but every time I made a video about her, they just thumbs the shit down out of that video. Is it that many disgruntled women that follow Iggy? And I know it ain't white women that's thumbs in the video down. I wonder who's thumbs in those videos down. Who's thumbs the video down? Who is out here fighting for Iggy Azalea? I want to know. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here, man. We got pick-me's in every, according to y'all, because I don't call women who want to date a guy or want to be with a guy a pick-me. I just think that that's a term by single women who can't keep a man because they refuse to change. They've used that phrase because they can't keep a man. So they say, well, he can't handle a strong woman like me. No, no one can handle you because you're crazy. Pick me Hispanic here. I'm Hispanic culture. The women are raised to be pygmies. Virgins are told to hold yourself high against non-virgin women and to show your wife materials, talents to men. Well, Raven, if you're able to get and keep a man, then you're in the right direction. It's a lot of these women that they like to call other women pygmies because they can't keep a man. A lot of these women have gone years without getting a man, but they swear up and down that they are of higher value when really they are average at best. Really, they're average at best. But shout out to everybody that's here showing support. Make sure you like the stream, man. Oh yeah, they thumbs it down, but I think it's a lot of dudes thumbsing it down. It ain't really women. It's a lot of these guys, these males. These guys that they got called out for not being able to get the women they want, and they've gotten upset, they've gotten hurt, they've gotten frustrated. Why, Jay? Why? You're like, I hate what you're saying, but I can't stop watching because your content is just too good. You got those people. You got people, right? They know you make good. They just cannot stop watching. They don't like you. They hate what you're saying, but they like, well, damn, those videos are good. Damn, those live streams be lit, man. I want to be in that chat room. Oh, shit. Hold on. I want to be in that chat room. I want to call in on his show. That's how it be. All I ask is to show some respect. That's it. And to not be in here spamming in my chat either. Not being here spamming in my chat. That's all I ask. But some of these guys, they just be so mad. They be like, oh, hell no. Why is he trying to hold us accountable? Why is he saying these things? He's supposed to be pandering to us. No, sir. I don't pander to any of you. When I'm calling out the Ayesha Curry's word, I'm going to call out you beta males. You guys that be out here capping hard. And that's what the reasoning for this stream is for me to basically for me to hold y'all accountable too. Because listen, man, every day I wake up, I have to hold myself accountable. You know why? It's because of the fact that if I don't hold myself accountable and I don't understand the gravity of my situation as far as making videos and the fact that there are people watching me, there are people who, y'all gotta understand, after damn near every other video, I'm contacted by somebody about something I said in some video. There's some blue check mark that's like, well, damn, they want to know why I said this or why I'm making a video about this or, I don't like the fact that you said this. You're lying about that. I have to understand my situation, So I have to be accountable for the things that I say and do. I have to. I have to be accountable for the things I say. You need to be accountable for your life. Instead of getting on social media complaining and blaming everybody else for why your life sucks. Your life sucks because you suck, sir. Do you know why I don't attract the energy of, well, I ain't gonna say that. I do attract the energy of some crazy delusional women, but not at like I used to. That number has gone significantly down. And even the ones that used to be crazy, they've straightened up because they realize I'm not going to deal with them if their mindset is still on high levels of delusional. High levels of delusional, I don't fuck with them. They know this, so they switch up immediately. So no, I don't have to go learn to get confidence from a dating coach. I don't have to learn how to be a man from other men that I don't know. I learn things, but I also look at myself and say, what can I incorporate in my life that's going to make me better? So people can say whatever they want, but I'm living my life the way I want to. I don't wake up miserable. I don't wake up like I want to down a half a bottle of Jack Daniels or, vodka or Hennessy or Ciroc, whatever y'all drink. I don't have to pop pills to relax. That's because I'm not dealing with crazy delusional people. I'm not delusional myself. I'm very much so. I understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Now I will say this though. In regards to Ayesha Curry, I do think that she don't need to be seeking the attention of the type of men that would be on a Meg Thee Stallion post. That will be on your typical Instagram model posts who, she wakes up, you can tell she's defeated. So she has to get some type of W in life. And her W in life is by showing you her fake assets every opportunity that she gets. And you can tell all these chicks is getting work done. I mean, when your legs are skinny and your hips and ass are just wide, you're getting that work done. I guess you have to show it off. Those type of people are already defeated. So of course they're going to get attention because look at what they're doing. That doesn't mean they're getting the right attention. The thing is this. You don't have to go to those links in order. Listen, when you're married already, you have a family, you already are winning. You're getting W's. But modern women have this internal battle where they feel like they haven't had enough fun. And I don't mean fun by going on trips and doing all these different things. Fun as in getting attention from the opposite sex. And I think that she's dealing with the same internal battle that a lot of these other modern day women are dealing with. They're dealing with the internal battle of who am I? Who do I want to be? But that's the internal battle that modern women have. And what I do is I tell these women you don't need to do that because you're going to attract the wrong energy. You're going to be Iggy Azalea at 30 trying to settle down with a younger rapper who has no interest in being a family man, at least not right now. At least not right now. And how it's so easy for them to create all types of drama because they enjoy that. You got these, look at Tekashi 6ix9ine's baby mother. Every chance she get, she goes on live to blast him. She enjoys doing that because she makes her life less boring.
I used to be a wackadoodle, but after listening to Jaye, I straightened the F out. Thanks, Jay. Thumbs up. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Appreciate that, Ednice. Shout out to Ednice. Always good energy. I mean, you got a 30-year-old woman who still has a lot of life left in her. She's so desperate to have somebody, right? To have a less boring life. That she's willing to try to make a family with a guy who rather play PS5 than be around her like that. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the baby born, y'all break up. Why is that? Because you both ain't really ready. You just want somebody. You want to be like the rest of these baby mamas. Talking about how the daddy ain't shit. Well, if the daddy ain't shit, what does that make you? What does that make you, you know? What does that make you? I just want to know from all these single mothers who get on social media talking about how the daddy ain't shit. Do you actually enjoy doing that? Because I think you do. Or you think you do that because you have to. No, I think you do it because you want to. And the thing is that these women are old enough to know better, and they still have children by these guys who they know ain't ready to be no father. Like, why would you put yourself in that situation? That's gonna mess up any other potential relationship you could have, because we all know these women are obsessed with rappers. So that's only going to make any potential relationship with any guy, he's gonna think twice. He's gonna be like, well, she's just like all these other women. She gets on social media. She's highly messy. Why would I want to put myself in that situation? You know? But y'all get on here, man, and y'all just get on these live streams. You could just tell that they enjoy that shit. They just enjoy going live and telling all the business because they're creating the chaos that they are meant to put out, you know? So it almost feels that way, you know? That's why I don't think Ayesha should want that, you know? She should not want to create chaos. But, you know, following in the footsteps of these heifers on social media, what do you think is bound to happen? Because they're all in her ear. Y'all do know that, right? Telling her how she has to do her. She has to be happy. Ain't nothing wrong with being happy, but if you don't want a relationship, just say so. You don't want a marriage, just say so. You know, then you'll probably never have it again. You'll probably never have it again. You know, a lot of times we don't appreciate certain things until we no longer have it. Until we no longer have it, you know? That's the thing, man. When women get married early, they're never able to enjoy their, you know, being single throughout their 20s. You know, let's say they get divorced in their 40s. They want to relive that. You know, that's why they will get with these these younger guys to make them feel young again first, and because they hate aging. You know, they want to fight against the whole aging process, even though that process is going to happen whether these women like it or not. You know, that happens with all of us. We all get to a stage where we have to sort of grow and progress. But again, life is to be lived, right? And we only understand certain things once we have lived life. You know? How do I know how women feel? Like, I mean, look at how women emotionally react to me. That lets me know I've hit a nerve. That's how I know how women feel. I can make them feel, just by me saying things, I can turn their mood different. That's how I know about women. Is because how I'm able to speak and say certain things. I know how I know how a lot of you males think. That's why when I'm going to say certain things, I know it's going to piss you off. I know you. Just like the Caucasian liberal knows black people. They know what's going to make them emotional. They know what's going to make them react. They know how to shame them. And it usually works. I mean, look at the last 5-6 months. How black people have basically been able to be manipulated and controlled to fit a certain narrative based off of their emotions. And there are people who they know how to control the emotions of black people. And it's not that difficult to know how. And they say how to do it. We know what is going to be used. It's going to be race. We know there's going to be what things said about, melanated women. When it comes to slavery, they know certain things that's going to get them going, so to speak. Who knows? But yeah, man. Nonetheless, I appreciate y'all being here on this live stream. Let's see. I've consistently had the same amount of people here. That's good, man. That's good. It lets me know that y'all like what I'm saying. Y'all like what I have to say. Y'all like what I have to say, man. That's always good. You know? Jay sounds like he walked in on his girlfriend smashing his best friend. I don't know how I sound that way, but okay. I sound like I walked in on my girl smashing my best friend. I doubt I'll be talking here calmly if I ever walked in on my girlfriend smashing my best friend. I don't think I'd be talking calmly on a live stream, but okay. I think I must have hurt your feelings today. Mission complete. Look at this person. Woman bashing yet again. I understand what you're saying, but you end up putting it all on women. See, I can piss off both males and females. That's just I'm always upsetting everybody. Everybody's always getting pissed off. Everybody's angry at me. Males are angry at me. Females are angry at me. They're all angry. Their feelings are all hurt. That's why they're creating scenarios. So when y'all claim he's doing this, listen, everybody's upset equally. Everybody's upset equally, man. Everybody could go home upset at Jada Black. Look what these motherfuckers said. Look at him simping in his chat. Look at he's simping. Look at he's simping for these women. Then you got these women claiming, well, he's woman bashing. Wait a minute. He's simping. No, he's woman bashing. He's simping. He's woman bashing. Everybody's upset equally. You know. That's cool. I'm dividing people. But that's what's gonna happen. You got people that are mentally unstable, so they only know how to hate. They don't know how to have logic. They only know how to hate. Their hate is more than the logic that they never really had. Probably because they were raised wrong. And you got people that were raised wrong, and because they were raised wrong, they have no ounce of logic in them whatsoever. So they either really hate something or they really love something. And that's why they will never be able to gain that balance in life, because they've lost any type of logic and reason. They're mentally unstable. Mentally unstable.
Where is the accountability?
Appreciate that, the smoothest. Well, accountability is where they want it to be. It's how they feel that particular day. That's where the accountability is, you know. You know. But if you're going to use what I say as motivation, then that's fine. It only better you in the long run. You know, you're going to use what I see as motivation to put you where you want to be, you know.
As an old white guy, the first feel left out, lol.
Thanks, Silent Gray. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Silent Gary with the super chat. So he's an old white guy. I feel left out. I think I got some white people that watch. They used to watch my videos and live streams all the time, but now I think they watch from the trees. You know, they be in the cut. You know, all these Negroes. You know, all these Negroes. They be sitting in the trees. They be like, I'm not gonna go down there, but I'm gonna watch up here. Let me watch, see what's going on. Let me see. You know, let me see, are they pro-black or, you know, they conservative? Like, what are they? They want to see what you're talking about first. You know? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think I have a lot of different people watching I've had people from all different walks of life watching my content. So it's all good, man. I got people from everywhere watching my videos, different countries, different area codes. But shout out to everybody that's here regardless, whether you typed in the chat or not, whether you're new or not, you know.
People want the truth but can't deal with reality. Greatly appreciate your content. Salute and safe travels.
Salute 7 Black Line. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to all the first time people watching. Hopefully you have subscribed to the channel. Okay. You can expect streams like this consistently. Consistently with a capital C. Consistency with a capital C. That's how I do it. It's live streams, man. You know.
Damn, man, you are good.
Thanks, Silent Gary. Appreciate it, Silent Gary. All right. Listening, you know a lot about people. I know a little bit. Joker say, sup, Jay, got my CDL. Congratulations for getting your CDL, Joker. Best of luck to you. What's good, Amaja? Yeah, I want men to honestly understand where they are. I understand that there's power in positivity. I'm all about positivity. But we have to understand when it comes to women, you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic. Because people are going to tell you, hey, if you pay for this program, we can get you the best looking female you've ever had in your life. I mean, it may happen, according to your beauty standards. But a lot of these guys, man, they really out here thinking they should have one of these, either Instagram model type chicks or runway models. Some of these dudes trying to go after these ratchet female rappers just because they subscribing to the OnlyFans. They think they supposed to have, them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, that may not happen ever. Okay? That may not happen ever, sir. How about you have some, some reality, in your life and not delusion. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And again, I have been telling women to be more realistic. I've been saying this for the last almost 6 years, or 6 years. You need to be more realistic. And I think there are men that need to hear that too. But they don't want to hear that. They want to be pandered to. They want to be coddled. They want to be treated like children. Fuck that. How are you going to grow as a man if you just hearing what you want to hear? You don't grow like that. You regress. There's a lot of regression I've been seeing from some guys. Been regressing like a motherfucker. Then they're just angry when things don't work. Well, it's because you are delusional, sir. That's all I'm saying. Guys, listen, guys that know. Okay? We probably have friends like that, man. They talking about how they gonna do this and that, and they never do it. They gonna do this, they gonna do that, and they never do it. And we sitting up here like, man, this dude been talking about doing this for about 4-5 years. Man, he ain't done shit yet. This shit is crazy. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you need to be a certain height or be a certain weight or, have a certain amount of money. I'm just telling you to live in reality. That's it. I'm not telling you that you need to have this or that. No. I'm basically just telling you what is really going on out here. It doesn't take much work for you to accomplish that. All right? It doesn't. And I will say this in regards to, the modern day female. A lot of these women, they can see through false and fake confidence. They can see through lies. They know when you're trying too hard. And a lot of you guys be cold approaching. That don't work. You go on dating websites. That don't work. And you wonder what's wrong with you. It's all between your ears. It's all in your head. That's where you got to look at, It's easy to point the blame at everybody else. The difficult part is to work on you, because I'm telling you right now, the thing about when you walk into a room and you know that you the shit, other people can see that too. Other people can see that too. Your energy is going to attract the room. All eyes will be on you because you're radiating an energy that they're just not used to. And you didn't have to get coached up for that shit. You didn't. I just make videos speaking on things. And people notice my energy from what I speak on consistently. Right? Because people people notice how you say things instead of what you say, right? You come into a room and you're the most confident guy, you're looking everybody in the eye. smiling, like, you're living freely. That's going to bring that type of energy to you that you want. People may not even understand, like, why am I so happy to be around this person? Why do I feel so comfortable with this person? That's because their energy makes them like a magnet to a refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? It's the best example I could come up with. Magnet to a refrigerator. That's the best one I come up with. Hold on a second. Check out this. Shout out to Bella Michelle with the PayPal. I appreciate that. Shout out to her for supporting. And shout out to everybody that was supporting in the chat, in the super chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure a discussion will be had in the comment section, and I'm hoping it will, but keep it respectful. The name call and that shit, I mean, come on, man. It is uncalled for, and it's really not going to make any changes. It's only going to make you look bad, and uneducated, and make you look like a hater. When you're in somebody else's comment section or something, you say something to try to get a rise out of them, you look like a hater. You look like a hater, and when people see that, they're going to see you as that, and that's what your life is going to be, and you'll never be able to take that back. You'll never be able to take that back. Women notice the right type of energy when you walk into a room. Women will stare you down. They might even walk in your vicinity. Notice me. It's because you got that confidence, man, that I am this shit. I am somebody. I am somebody. Oh, man. I checked you out because of Star. But I'm sorry, bro. You ain't saying nothing. Wish you the best. Okay, Daniel, I wish you the best too. But what I do works. And people have messaged me and told me that. They told me that publicly and they told me that privately. But I wish you the best, though. All right? Keep being a fan. All right? Whether you're a fan of Star or you're a fan of me. Shout out to Pahokee Sports. And shout out to Star. Star, I called in the Star show. He was talking about, I believe, Cardi B. Because I did the live stream about Cardi B, Woman of the Year. Why did she win Woman of the Year? And, I called in on the show. Shout out to him. He runs a very good show over there. People notice when I speak on things, and I don't even try hard. People just like what I have to say. Obviously, this guy didn't, but that's just you. I mean, I'm not here. Listen, I'm not trying to convert everybody. I'm not for everybody. Once again, I'm not delusional. I'm not trying to make everybody fans. My life will go on with whether you're a fan of mine or not. Whether you're a fan of mine or not, my life will continue being good like it is now. Okay? It ain't going to change. Whether you're a fan of mine or not, it ain't going to change shit. It's only going to help in my progression to grow and do better. That's all it's going to do. But see, I'm not delusional. And I understand that. Right, GT? They do. But shout out to everybody that's here. Much appreciation to everyone here in the chat that's showing support. Everybody that donated, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the people that don't like me that still watch. The views still count. I just want to let you know the views still count. All right? The views, it's not like the views doesn't count. The views still count. All right? But salute to y'all, man. It's been a good live stream. Did you have fun today? Like Jesse Lee Peterson would say. Did you have fun today? Was fun had today? Was fun had today? All right. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to find. What am I trying to find? Okay, I know what I'm trying to find. Okay, shout out to the super chatters. Ben Smith.
You need to make a video titled "These Women Are Not for Your Streets."
You know what, Ben? I may have to do that because some of these guys are giving me an idea about doing
men are
a video
adjusting
about
to
that.
women cool.
Well, shout out to you. Shout out to Majestic. 2020 men are adjusting to women. Yes, they are. I think they are. But you got some of these guys that are completely lost. But they'll find themselves eventually, and they will pretty much come to the same conclusion that a lot of us have. You can't change when women are who they are. You can't change them. And you have to understand that about them and just adapt. Some people have adapt more than others. It's about adapting. But some people are just going to be lost just to be lost. All right. Like the stream if you haven't. I appreciate it. I will be back with another live show. Probably tomorrow. But you can send topics to me at jadablacklive@gmail.com. It's in the description. Video topics. Or just emails in general. Let's see. All right. And salute to everybody. I'll see y'all on the next show. Y'all have a good